So today we are talking to Judith Todd. Hi Judith, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, Michael. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. So the aim of the show is basically to set a 10-minute timer. And in that 10 minutes, we can talk about whatever you want, business, pleasure, whatever. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Good stuff. Let's get started. So the timer is now on. So Judith, first of all, for people that don't know who you are and what you do, tell us who you are and what you do.
Hi, my name is Judith Todd. I have a business called Homestyle4u, and it is an interior design and property styling business. So it's all to do with properties, making properties look good. Property styling is something that many people won't have heard of. It's not common over in this country, which is why I am very keen to sort of let people know what it involves, really. So it's anybody who's got a property to sell. So that could be you or me. We're just moving house. Could be a property developer who's building a couple of new properties and they want them presented and dressed, or an investor who is who's flipped a property, renovated it, wants to get it back on the market or rent it out, and they want it to look amazing. So that's basically what it's about. So anything to do with making properties lovely.
Do you actually help people who maybe have fallen out of love with their home and maybe just want to kind of revamp it and make it theirs again? Does that make sense? Where you can kind of say, fall back in love with your home, like come in and see what you can do to change it around to make it more homely and more suitable for the people living in those environments.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if you describe it as a tagline, but I describe what I do as creating beautiful living spaces. So certainly for people who've been in a property for a while, as you said, they've fallen out of love with it, but they like where they are, they like the location, so they just want to update it, or perhaps their circumstances have changed. Obviously at the moment a big thing is working from home, so if people, for example, they might want to create a home office, I can do that. So whether it's just a single room or they want a whole refresh of the property, or even I offer what I describe as a bespoke shopping service. So what that means is if people, they're just a little bit worried when they go out, because you go to any store and they get a bit overwhelmed with all the stuff that's there. They're not sure how to put things together. So what I can do is accompany them and help them make those decisions.
I know, I mean, I've got a dream home in my head, and it's deepest Cheshire. It's a converted farm or barn, and it's got one of those driveways where you drive under into an arch, into like a square.
I like it.
That is literally my ideal home, and it would have stables as well. Not that I would have horses, but just so it's got kind of like all that space, and I would have like a big film studio that has like those big doors, the folding doors, and it would bifold straight onto like a lawn that you could maybe see like the Welsh Mountains in the background. Now that is like my ideal home. However, I love where I live, and I've lived in my property for many years. So it would be a case of I'd probably would want to do my place up more, because obviously I can't afford those kind of houses. But, I've got a garage that I don't actually use. It's just a drop-in centre for stuff we just don't want to throw away. The room that I'm in now is my office. It's a spare bedroom, but it would be nice if I had a spare bedroom for guests to stay. So it would be more ideal to turn the garage into an office. I'm Do you know what I mean? It's those kind of things where actually it might not be the property that's the problem. It's just the way in which you're using the property. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. So garage, if you've got a garage and you're not really using it, it's an ideal opportunity to really almost not only make it work better for you, but to add value, because if you could make that into your office or your studio, how fantastic would that be? And then you freed up your spare bedroom to be a spare bedroom.
Yeah. Do you know what's quite funny is the fact that you know that I have a camper van. There's no way I could fit my camper van in my garage, even if I tried. I don't even think I could put my Corsa in beforehand, and if I could, I wouldn't have been able to have got out of the Corsa because it's quite it was built for smaller cars. I think when obviously cars were a lot smaller, they've over the last 10-20 years they've got a bit bigger. So ideally, like, the garage isn't really a garage because it's not big enough to be a garage. Otherwise I would probably put my van in the garage, but it just doesn't work. But it leads into the kitchen. Now that would be good to have, maybe a downstairs toilet, a utilities room, divide the garage into 2 rooms, then off the living room. You could put like an archway that leads into the office, those kind of things where if you just take a moment to think about how can I best use my property, is maybe something that could easily sway someone to stay where they are, and obviously save a lot of money and hassle with actually moving house.
Yeah, exactly, because we all know it's very expensive to move house.
Yeah.
And very stressful, which is one of the advantages of the styling. One of the benefits and the reasons for doing it is to get you your sale more quickly, so that period when you're in limbo, when you're all stressed out, because you don't know if you're going to have a viewing, or you've got to keep the house tidy, all that sort of thing. It sort of minimises that period. So that's one of the main reasons why I think property styling is such a good idea.
And the good thing as well is you're embracing video as well now. I keep seeing you posting videos, which is great. And you've been on one of my workshops where it was really nice to kind of understand more about what it is you do. How do you find video has helped you grow your business in obviously the current climate as well?
Well, I've only done a couple of videos so far. But they've been getting quite a bit of engagement. And I started, one of the things I've got to figure out is if I want to be on the other side of the camera, as it were, I want to be perhaps talking to or demonstrating something. It's working out how I can do that, because if I'm walking around with the camera, it's being able to point things out at the same time. So I could almost do with somebody to do the actual filming, or set it up so that I can
I can always, when we get back to normality, I'm more than happy to show you how to do that. Because
that would be really useful.
It's quite easy. It's a case of literally just holding your phone like this, and then when you've got something to show, you can easily just move the camera,
step back.
And it's all about how you actually use that movement and that fluidity, rather than just that abruptness in the movement, because it can really kind of make people kind of disengage with the content. So it's all about just knowing how to, if you're filming in front of the talking to the camera, and then you want to show something, it's how you move your body as well. So if you move and you go, right, I want to show you all this, and then you can actually still talk to the camera, but they can still see, and then you can just bring it back and then talk to the camera again. Things like that. Or it's a case of you would simply just film little bits. So film the bits you want to film, have a conversation, and then you can just piece that together on little free editing apps that you can get on the mobile phones as well. So there's loads of ways in which you can do it. It's finding out the system that you find the most easy to do. So, I mean, those kind of things are very straightforward and very, very easy to do. But I'm really proud of the videos that you've done. I think you've done really well, considering.
I do need to do more, because I think...
that's your timer. Your timer's up 10 minutes. I know, it's gone quick, hasn't it?
It has.
Literally, since we do the 10 minutes, like, it goes so quick. That's the problem. How did you find it? I think we got the main things out there, to be honest. I think we definitely got the main essence of what it is you do.
No, I really enjoyed it. And it's always your videos and your tutorials and the training that you did. They are so interesting and user-friendly. I've looked at some of your how to put things on YouTube, or your tutorials that you did on that and everything. Yeah, so
well, there's new ones coming. I'm going to be teaching people how to do Facebook stories, Instagram stories, how to vlog. So there's a lot of new stuff coming. Like I say, I've got a new camera this week. So the great thing is I'll be learning how to use that first before I can start filming content with a new camera. But no, I really appreciate your comments, and thank you. And it's just really nice seeing you embrace video, and always feel free to ask me any questions. So you've enjoyed it then? Would you recommend it to anybody else?
I would definitely recommend it to anyone else.
Good stuff. Thank you. Well, thank you for coming on the show. If anybody would like to watch any previous episodes, you can head over to youtube.com/TakeTheCakePro. If you'd want to see all the latest videos, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon.